Hi, and welcome to episode 22 of the Aussie Tech Crypto Show, a show about cryptocurrency from an Australian viewpoint. The show is brought to you by Australia Coin, Australia's true blue Aussie crypto coin. I'm your host, Jason Oakley. This is my co-host, Will Tomkinson. Hey, Mr. Will.
Hey, mate.
What's up?
Apparently, the show's brought to you by alcohol as well, it seems.
Works for me. Look at that tongue.
It's either alcohol or it's lack of sleep. I can't tell the difference these days.
That's Shiraz.
You're on the Shiraz, I'm on the Moscato.
It's all good. Brown Brothers.
You're going to be whining tonight.
Yeah. Like all those people about the, oh no, I have to bring my own bag into Coles and Woolies. Boo-hoo.
Well, the only issue I take with that, and I don't have a problem because I've got a million bags like this. The only thing I have issue with is that there's a section of in the retail legislation that states retailers must provide, I can't remember the exact wording, but retailers must provide free, whether it's bags or boxes or some way to carry goods purchased in the store. That's written into the legislation. So all these retailers who, like Aldi got around it because they used to have the boxes that you could grab.
Yep.
You know, but
Bunnings
like
too.
Woolies and Coles and that. Yeah, well, that's why Bunnings do it. But I don't know how suddenly every retailer in the country is now breaking the law not breaking the law.
China said, we're not going to accept any of your plastic crap that you've been dumping on us for the last 50 years, so we're going to cancel that. And all the Australian retailers went, oh, crap, I guess we better tell them we're not going to do that anymore. That's the reason.
No, well, the reason that only happened is because the government's too damn lazy to get off their ass and make a recycling centre that actually works.
Well, they also said that there's no point in separating out your yellow bin recycling and the red one because they're just going to mash them all together and dump it into a hole somewhere because it's too expensive to recycle.
That's what they've been doing for years anyway.
Yeah.
But what I found funny is, like, you look at places like Sweden, they're actually buying rubbish from other countries because they've run out of rubbish. Their recycling is so efficient that they can't physically keep up, and a lot of their power plants use what's called gasification, and that is made predominantly from plastic. You break plastic down, you get 4 stages of breakdown because plastic's oil. So you get 4 stages of recovery. You get basically crude oil, you get diesel oil, you get light oil, and then you get petrol, and then you get gas. So you can break the plastic back down into its processes, and it creates enough off-gassing to actually create the burners to create the process. So it actually not only creates enough power to feed itself, but it creates enough power to produce energy externally as well. So it's such a efficient way of doing it, and yet the rest of Australia can't even figure out how to put stuff in 2 separate bins.
Well, we were the ones who invented the water recycling and then sold it to France and put it through their
and then
system.
bought it back off them.
Yeah. So we should do like Futurama, where you just get a great big pile of rubbish and you attach it to a rocket and send it out into space, and then it comes back 100 years later and wipes out all of Earth.
I know how to solve these problems.
Yeah.
Anchovies.
That
solved all the problems.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's so messed up, and it just frustrates me because they're forcing, and it starts as of the first, like, was the hard cut.
Today.
So all these retailers who still have boxes of bags left over are stuck with them. And
except for Woolies, because they put it out and went, oh, I guess we'll give you the bags for free, the reusable ones.
Well, yeah, but the single-use ones, which is crap because they're not single-use anyway.
No.
But the single-use bags, as of the first, were illegal, outlawed straight away. And so all these people have got boxes of bags left out the back. We're stuck with them because they can't return them because the supplier is not going to want to know about it.
No.
And but there is a way around it, which some retailers are figuring out. What they do is they put them all into a big bag, into a big bin, and say, recycled bags, please take.
Yeah.
So they're still getting around it that way, but it's just stupid. It really is.
Some countries are turning them and tyres into roads.
Nothing else you buy comes in plastic, you know.
No. Not one orange that's been skinned but wrapped into plastic.
They have, yeah, exactly. I was going to say they have fruit packs down here at the shop. Well, actually, not at Drake's. They're pretty good, but down at Woolies down here, they got a kids lunch pack or something, and it's one half of an apple, one half of a banana and one half of a mandarin, peeled and vacuum sealed so they don't go brown, in a bag.
Yeah. Welcome to This Week in the Environment. I'm your host, Jason, and this is Will.
It's all related.
It's all related.
It's all related. Because there's actually crypto based on... I was trying to find it before the show. There's crypto based on rubbish recycling turnover. Yeah.
It's all good for tracking stuff too, where the rubbish has gone and where it's moved to and who's got what.
Well, that's part of the reason they're doing it, because it makes it all decentralized, so it makes it really easy to figure out, exactly who's buying and selling.
Whack it in a blockchain, peeps.
That's it.
You keep going on with that. Each week we hope to bring you interesting information and news about the crypto world and what it's all about. Today we talk about blockchain affecting real estate, Indian women loving crypto, Bithumb or Bithumb, whatever we decided on it, recovers funds and more. And our coin of the week this week is going to be Nebulas. So off to Mr. T.
Yes, and just on a side note, the reason I'm having so much trouble finding this one that's based on trash, have you ever typed trash crypto into Google and seen what comes up? You might as well not even bother.
Which coin was that?
I know, right?
All of them.
It's a real thing, trust me. I'm just trying to find it.
And we had a lot of green in the last couple of days, which was very nice to see for a change.
All the moons.
Yeah.
I think that's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway.
If you want crypto, you just have to moon someone. What?
I think it's a different crypto.
We get to that story near the end.
Very select market. There are barriers involved in real estate that force fees upon both buyers and sellers, soon to be a thing of the past. Entire multiple billion-dollar industries are soon to be turned upside down and forced to adopt a new era of real estate. Areas in the United States, apparently. Areas in the United States, such as San Francisco, are suffering from a housing crisis. This article explains some of the issues going on in the Bay Area. The main issue of the price of housing is skyrocketing compared to the wages of the average person, making it increasingly difficult for normal person to own a home. The current landscape for real estate has multiple industries within that force an unjust amount of fees to the consumer. Fundamentally, changing the way business works by creating new processes could make the most incredible bull market in the real estate industry. New tools and developments in the blockchain space will fix less than ideal facets of the entire industry.
Yeah, I was reading news in this week. They were saying that a 6-figure income is not enough to own or live in a home in the San Francisco anymore.
It's not enough to live in a home in Brisbane. What are you talking about?
You and your $1 million mansions, McMansions in
mansions, yeah. But Brisbane or Sydney, any of the capital city in Australia is no worse. Like there's like little 1-bedroom, little duplex apartment-y things selling in the middle of CBDs for $3, $4, $5 million.
Yep.
Like, it's just stupid. Part of the reason is because there's mass purchasing from overseas, which has been outlawed apparently.
It's funny.
Part of the reason is exorbitant fees are placed by both the real estate and the government. For example, stamp duty, which is back in the day when somebody physically had to stamp paperwork was a thing, but these days it's nothing more than money making.
They outlawed that in New South Wales not long after I bought my house. So thanks very much for that $10,000 I threw in the bin.
Yeah, that's right. But the thing about Queensland stamp duty is it's based on market value and on purchase price. And if you, like my sister and brother and sisters had this problem, they bought their property with they had self-funded super. So they bought the property with their super account, and then they wanted to close their super account, which meant they had to purchase the property as themselves, which meant that they then had to pay stamp duty on it again to sell themselves the property back to themselves.
Jeez.
But there's also things like real estate fees, which are just getting absolutely stupid these days. As an example, the house that we're in now was originally on the market for about $300,000. The real estate's cut of that was $15,000. So just by going to private sale before anything else, before negotiations, we cut 15 grand straight off the price. You know, and then you've got all the other fees on top of it. And I think it's absolutely stupid. But this, I guess the idea of the, as I was talking about the crypto taking over the purchasing effectively, but it's like any other crypto, isn't it? I mean, if it tanks, it's still going to make it just as bad, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Like, it's okay whenever the crypto's high, but as soon as the crypto drops, you're still going to have exactly the same problem. It's still going to be, you know. I know it's slightly different because it's using physical, like a physical property rather than a virtual, you know, trading. But still, it's not unheard of. Like, if you get enough people buying it in the wrong area, and all those housing prices tank that are all listed, well, it's going to affect the entire coin, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, but I do like what they're saying. Basically, you can pay, you know, what, $3,000 for a $500,000 house.
Yeah.
If you play it right. It's an interesting use for it. I don't know how well crypto functions when it's up against physical property. Like, no, I can't recall anybody who's actually done that. Not in this regard anyway. You know what I mean? Like, it's designed to be independent of outside influences. And it's really designed to be based on mining costs and what the market pays. I don't really know how well exactly it will work when it's using an actual physical backed item, such as real estate in this case.
Yeah.
It's no different than gold being backed against the dollar. As soon as gold price tanks, the dollar tanks, or not that we've got any back currency.
Anyway.
But it would be exactly the same thing. Like, it's still reliant on the backing of that. Like, if you go back 15 years, somebody bought 20 houses in Detroit, and then 10 years ago, Detroit goes, that's it, we're not Detroit anymore, effectively, because that's basically what happened. It basically shut down. So suddenly, that bulk, you know, if they've got 20 or 30 properties in Detroit and Detroit effectively goes away, then okay, it might not seem like a lot, but you've got several $100 million suddenly just went, see ya, out of the market.
Yep.
What's that do to the rest of the investments and coins that are backed against that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
But, I mean, anything that makes it cheaper, I'm all for it if it works.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it all if it works, and then if you can find somebody who'll actually use it.
Yeah, be worth a shot.
Which is always the biggest problem with crypto, finding somebody who accepts it.
Yeah.
Because I can't get rid of my $1.50 in Straycoin, I tell you. I'm stuck with that.
It'll take a while, but we'll get there. Recent research by Bayou Coin paints an interesting future regarding Indian cryptocurrency investments. The industry has seen tremendous growth, mainly thanks to women. More specifically, female investors spend twice as much money as compared to their male counterparts. The average investment among female speculators is nearly $2,000. Bayou Coin CEO Shivam Thakral comments, usually women investors who are buying or trading are over 40 years of age. Therefore, typically these mature investors are able to put in more money. On the other hand, more men start investing in an early age, with the average age for this investor group being 30. The positive trend comes as a big surprise among Bitcoin enthusiasts. Although women are still a minority group, the appetite for volatility seems to be much higher. Even so, the vast majority of cryptocurrency investors are still men. Many smaller calculated investments all contribute to vast amounts of money pouring into Bitcoin.
And we're talking about this the other week. It was really surprising, especially in India, the ratio. Whether it was this or whether it was education and studying and all that, the women really are going nuts in India at the moment. They're pushing through everywhere, which is why we've seen an increase in sort of female orientated rewards or coins or bonuses, that's really taking off, and as I said, it's great. It's surprising, especially coming out of India.
The more investment, the better. Yep.
Oh yeah. And given that India was only a few months ago basically outlawing crypto,
hating on it, yeah.
yeah, so they've really, it's really paid off. It's good to see. There's a lot of new startups were starting. Was it something like they've got like the second highest rate of startups or something in the crypto? I can't remember the story. I need to go back and look, but yeah,
something like that.
Women were just going absolutely nuts in the industry. It's a little weird. In the tech sector in general, it's generally predominantly male based.
Yep.
And given that India actually is quite advanced in their technology, even though you wouldn't know it, but they have, especially in the main towns, they have, really top end internet and top end technical infrastructure there. So, no, it's good. It's good. It's good to see. So, now, here's this one we don't know how to say. So we're just going to call it Bithumb or Bithumb. I don't know. Something. But Bithumb, which is the 7th largest digital assets trading platform in the world. Well, they've stepped up a few notches since a couple of weeks ago. Originally estimated the total stolen funds at around 30 million. Bitcoin suffered the most significant attack, with XRP and Ethereum also taking substantial hits. In total, 11 cryptocurrencies were affected. The exchange company stated that they countered the attack quickly by working with crypto organizations across the globe and moving cryptocurrencies to cold wallet storage. Fortunately, efforts paid off handsomely. Bithumb has since revised damage estimates significantly after engaging in the recovery process. Damages are now estimated around 17 million. Along with ongoing recovery efforts, Bithumb has offered to compensate customers via an airdrop.
There you go. You don't get that from all the coins. A lot of them, it's just like, well, too bad your coin's gone. And go invest in something else.
And they were saying this, when this happened, 3 weeks ago, something like that. They were saying that they're one of the few that actually has insurance for this exact reason.
Yep.
Whether or not they use it, who knows? But it's good to see that for start with, they basically stopped the attack before it got into full swing, because they could have been pretty nasty the way it was spreading pretty quick. So good to see that they're being proactive rather than retroactive with this sort of stuff. And when they say they move something into cold storage, they effectively mean offline.
Yeah.
They basically put it into offline wallets where they can't be touched. I would probably be guessing. It wouldn't surprise me if a lot of it was done on a regular basis anyway. So, like they say, they did it every hour or something anyway, so that they only had that last hour's transaction to do. Which could explain part of the reason they only lost 17 mil instead of 30, because if they only had to spend 5 minutes backing up instead of 4 hours backing up, they really mitigated the potential for loss there.
Yeah. Keep on top of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And Turkey leads Europe in cryptocurrency ownership. A crypto-focused survey was done by statistics firm Ipsos on behalf of the ING Group. The ING Group, Mr. T.
Yep.
Overall, the survey sought out information on virtual currency ownership and attitudes of citizens of 15 countries. Country surveys were Australia, United Kingdom, the Netherlands, France, Italy, Poland, Turkey, Germany, Romania, Belgium, Spain, Austria, Czech Republic, Luxembourg, and the United States. The survey was done between March 26th and April 6th and had some interesting results. The main fact that stood out was the people of Turkey are really bullish on cryptocurrency. A full 18% of Turks actually own some form of cryptocurrency. This is double the European average of 9%. A majority, 53% of Turks, think that virtual currencies will become the dominant online payment method in the future. Despite all the ongoing FUD against Bitcoin and other coins, a full 51% of Turks think the value of cryptocurrencies will rise over the next year. By contrast, other countries featured less enthusiasm for virtual currencies. Only 8% of Americans hold any form of currency, while only 7% of Australians do. Surprised by that?
No. I'm actually surprised 7% of Australians do own it. I would have thought that
know what it is.
A lot less. Yeah. I would have surprised that would have been 2 or 3%, to be honest. But I mean, well, yes, I'm surprised that Turkey is leading the way there. That is a little interesting.
They're just gobbling up the crypto.
They better not stick their necks out too far.
No.
I would have thought it would have been something like Germany, or even, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if Czech Republic, something like that, would have been more into it. But surprising. I mean, when you think about it, I guess that makes sense. Because Turkey's, what are they? Are they still euro? I need to check. I don't know what their current. I know they would have been in the euro at one point, and I guess if anybody's using euro, they want something else, don't they?
Yeah.
So.
Turkish lira.
Oh, really? They're in lira?
Yep.
Okay, that's interesting. So, yeah, no, I mean, it is early days, and it's probably going to be, well, it's been 10 years now, and we're, 7%? So another 10 years will be 10%.
And they're saying the Turkish lira has dropped more than 15% this year against the US dollar, so crypto might be a better way to go for them.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you can buy and sell independently of the US dollar, that's definitely going to be beneficial.
Yeah.
You even when you have drops and stuff, it's still, I think, as a trading platform, because there's so many options. That's one good thing about having so many options. If you've got one option in one currency that's tanked, you might have another option in another currency that's doing okay. So you do give yourself a few chances at buying something at a good price. Whereas if you're trading in just AU or just US or whatever you're trading in, that's it. If it drops, well, tough. You don't have a plan B. So.
Yep.
So acting very much like the US presidential hopeful that he is.
It's your mate.
John McAfee.
Can't do a show without him.
Friend of all. Has found a new enemy. Crypto exchange HitBTC has recently tweeted from his hospital bed as he recovers from being poisoned by his enemies. The crypto exchange
enemies.
The crypto exchanges have become the thing that we have originally fought against. The power is immense. HitBTC, for example, has increased suffering for millions of poor people who cannot afford the minimum buy-in since they're greater than their monthly income. Boycott them. McAfee continues his rant. I will be your worst enemy until you prove that you're aligned with our community and truly interested in helping the poor. You have not done shit to help access the only free healthcare in the world. This issue seems to have stemmed from one of the employees' accounts being frozen on HitBTC. Attention, you who suffered from the HitBit scam, corporate timidly called and fixed my problem. What about you? I swear on my name, this exchange will no longer be. If every unethical problem I receive from you is not fixed, send name and ticket to official McAfee. What's interesting? Well, what's interesting is a couple of weeks ago, we didn't cover this story. We didn't have a show that week because there wasn't really much going on. But we did cover this this was covered on Aussie Tech Heads. What's interesting was he was supposedly poisoned by his enemies, put into hospital, whatever, saying, I've had multiple death attempts before, even snipers have missed me and blah, blah, blah. But what I find interesting is he said that I'll no longer be doing... Well, no. He said I'll no longer be representing cryptocurrencies.
Yep.
Was what he said in
something
one of his tweets. And then suddenly, all of a sudden, he's no longer representing them, that's for sure. He's decided to have a go at HitBTC. So,
did you see the picture from HitBTC back to him?
Yeah. Yes.
Get well soon, John. Your friends at HitBTC.
Very stylish.
And a lovely picture of some flowers there with bitcoins on them.
But I mean, I don't know if it's just because he's in hospital and that's why he's having a go at them, because they're supposed to, aren't they the thing that's supposed to fix their healthcare problems or something?
Something like that.
Let me have a quick look here while I'm trying to find it. I think here BTC was the next option for where are we? There's a whole heap of there's some stuff on Twitter. Thank you very much, official McAfee, for being the voice of the crypto community and raising this important problem. Hit BTC, yeah. So the cryptocurrency exchange from an unknown location that's launched in 2014, operated by Hit Text Limited. Yeah. Does it say registered trademark? There's been many complaints. There's been many complaints and accidental coin loss claims of Hit BTC, and it's not a reliable website for coin trade exchange services. It's registered in Hong Kong jurisdiction with the number. It's incorporated March 28, 2017. It's registered as a private company with limited shares. In 2015, it was hacked around the same time as Beta and Xcoin. Hit BTC did not disclose how many coins were stolen and commented that no further funds were affected. As of May 2018, had a daily volume of 250 million USD, with the three top traded tokens being Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Ethereum. So it's not exactly known for its reliability by the sounds of it. Apparently, although it does say on their website that Hit BTC is the most advanced Bitcoin exchange.
Advanced
compared to what? But let's just say it's
compared to non-advanced ones.
It's safe and secure, fast, responsive, and feature-packed, robot-friendly.
I would like to invest in the Bitcoin, please. Human.
Pay only 0.1% on every market trade and benefit from a 0.01% rebate on LP orders. Don't know, but they're not liked apparently. I was just doing some quick research on them.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people hating on them.
So on the upside, what have we got up? BTC's just gone up 8%, 6,498. What else has just gone up? Well, BCH. What's BCH? That just went up 12%, 13%. BCH is Bitcoin Cash. Okay. So Bitcoin Cash just went up, 12%.
And BCC, which is not Bitcoin Cash, but looks as though it should be, was BitConnect.
Yeah.
And that one went down.
BTC.
Bitcoin.
So BTC is Bitcoin, BCH is Bitcoin Cash. Okay, that makes sense.
And BCC, which should be Bitcoin Cash, is BitConnect. Coin. Just to confuse you.
Hey, somebody's got a couple of them are four-letter now. You got Dash, you got Dice, you've got
Tron,
Veery, Strat. What's a five-letter?
Oh wait, DivX is a type of video format.
Qtum. So let's see. Let's search while we're at an exchange. Might as well have a look here. Biggest change. It doesn't work like that. Stupid thing. You click on change and it puts just randomly puts numbers everywhere. ZRX has gone up 25%. What else is up? Currently SNT. Isn't that like a Saturday night comedy show?
I think so.
The BTC ZRX is Ox Protocol. Whatever that is, it's an Ox. Great. The cows are running the office.
They're very bullish on crypto at the moment. I'm on fire.
Get on with the next story.
The popular adult entertainment website Pornhub, never heard of that one. Is that something new? Has announced that it will accept two other cryptocurrencies, Tron and Zencash, as payment. What? I thought you'd cost $1 million worth of Verge What happened there?
Well, it did up until they paid the $1 million.
And then everyone else can just get listed anyway.
Yeah,
Awesome.
they made $1 million.
Verge did, yes.
That's right.
The integration marks the latest crypto play by the site, which added a payment option for cryptocurrency Verge in April. Wednesday's news, first reported by Variety, was confirmed by Pornhub spokesperson Chris Jackson. Users of the site can use the cryptocurrencies to buy subscriptions or pay for content at one of a number of affiliated websites. Notably, the adult entertainment site suggested should not drink before doing show, that it was looking to add support for other cryptocurrencies as well. Corey Price, Vice President of Pornhub, said in a statement, "Here at Pornhub, it's important that we cater to our users' ever-changing payment preferences, and as such, that means accepting cryptocurrencies as a payment method which provide users with anonymity and security. We look forward to continuing to stockpile our arsenal of cryptocurrencies."
I'm sure they do.
They got arsenal in there. "Providing our fans with more payment methods than ever before. Hopefully, we are the precursor for widespread adoption across the industry." Robert Viglione, co-founder of Zencash, said in a statement that the payment option gives the ability to pay for adult entertainment privately without the fear of exposure.
Ooh.
Exposure. Porn site, right?
Oh, dear.
Full of it tonight.
So you're full of something. I didn't get that. Yeah, it was interesting, wasn't it? Sort of everybody vied. Well, I guess that was why everybody vied to be the first, and then once you've had one, the rest just follow.
Are we talking about
Wait,
crypto
what?
still?
Hang on. So the first one's special, and the rest don't matter as much.
Once you've had one, you just can't stop. Hey kid, the first one's free, but after that, it's going to cost you.
Oh dear. But yeah, no, I mean, we said it right from the start that the porn industry is going to jump on this.
They lead
really
everything, so
yeah, they decide what works and what doesn't, and if they list a particular coin, there's a reason they're listing it. It's clearly working, and they decided it's in their best interest to take it. So, if they're listing particular coins, get on those because they're probably going to do all right.
yeah,
So it's
people are going to buy them to spend them.
well, yeah. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. So there's going to be, if nothing else, there's going to be a good trading market in those particular coins.
Yep.
It is a little interesting though, how it works at Pornhub's end. I'd be curious to know how it works in terms of, you know what I mean? Like, how do I explain what I'm trying to say?
Well, you're the expert
okay.
on Pornhub by the sound of things, how they're going. So tell us more, Mr. T.
I'm just curious to know what they do at their end. Are they cashing it straight out? Are they sitting on it? Are they trading in it? Like, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, what's the process at their end? Are they treating it just like fiat? You know, what are they doing with it?
Maybe they're hodling.
Well, I'm sure they are, but what are they doing with the crypto? IvyPay will launch in Australia later this year and will allow customers to convert their cryptocurrency into Australian dollars. Woohoo! About bloody time. Depositing directly into their Australian bank accounts. Woohoo! About bloody time. Their partner, Hivex, great. They got hives. Was created by the co-founder of global personal finance comparison website Finder.com to serve large cryptocurrency trades. The company launched February 2018 and has processed over 15 million in trades to date. The platform will utilize Ivy's KYC, KYT, Know Your Customer, Know Your Transaction blockchain technology, and smart contract through the IVY token to meet financial institutions' identity verification, regulatory and compliance requirements. As we continue to develop our blockchain technology for B2B payments based on feedback from banks in the US and abroad, we're excited to extend the use of our solution for customers in partnership with Hivex, said Gary Fan, president of Ivy. Australia is an excellent market for us to use as a test case and proof of concept of technology as we continue our discussions with regulators and financial institutions across the globe. Yeah, it's a perfect platform because almost nobody uses it. That's why it's perfect. So it's going to be very hard to get congestion in your network.
Yeah.
But no, certainly not a bad thing. Once again, it comes down to how you use it in the real world and how you can push it through. But
have a look at that screenshot they've got in the article of the app. Best way to spend your crypto, turn your cryptocurrency into fiat or pay your bills instantly. And it's got I want to send, and it's got how many Ivy coins for Australian dollars, which equals, and it tells you how many Australian dollars. You can which bank accounts you want to transfer it in, then send your crypto, and it just transfers it. So looks like it must convert everything into Ivy coin.
It looks like, yeah, it converts into that. There's also a just looking on their website too. It looks like there's also a credit card. You can get a prepaid MasterCard and Visa card, which I'm guessing it does the same thing.
Yep.
Co-branding, anti-money. What else have we got here?
It is powered by Ivy Coin.
Yeah. So it looks like it's okay. So the basic one, 3 different platforms, 2 different plans. The basic one's a prepaid card, mobile app, consumer portal, back office portal, and a KYC. The enterprise is a prepaid card, mobile app, customer portal, back office portal, KYC, e-wallet payment, SEPA payment, SWIFT payment, corporate portal, co-branding, multi-currency, and crypto. So yeah, okay. So the basic one doesn't do crypto, and actually neither does the standard one. It's only the enterprise one that does, by the looks of it.
Says it should be available by the end of the year.
It's a little bit misleading by the looks of it, because yeah, the only one that supports a crypto. Just double checking, make sure that's actually right. Yeah, the only one that supports the cryptocurrency is the enterprise version. And the enterprise version, of course, you got to fill out a form. They'll get back to you within 1 to 2 business days. So, in other words, it's expensive.
Yep.
Here we go. Price table. They have a price table without prices. Well done, guys. That's that's exactly how you don't do it. So. But yeah, look, it's once again, it comes down to that instant transaction where you don't have that lag time that we keep talking about between, somebody getting ripped off, either the customer or the distributor or the retailer. There was always that lag time between what a coin's worth right now and then I process the transaction, then what the coin's worth at the end of the transaction.
Yep.
This is going to eliminate that, obviously, being real-time, instant transfer, and you're not reliant on doing the conversion the other way. Like you literally say, it's going to be $10,
yep,
regardless of what the coin's worth. It's going to be 10 AUD. You transfer 10 AUD, and if the coin changes in that period of time, well, it's still going to be 10 AUD. It's not going to change that.
You haven't lost anything. It's up to the person at the other end if they're going to lose or gain off whatever you paid.
That's right. So that's a good idea. That's what we need to see more of. That'll make crypto, I think, that will help with integration a lot more.
Yep. Now, coin of the week, we're not recommending purchasing it, just explaining what it is and what it can be used for, particularly if it has a good real-world use. This week's coin is Nebulas from nebulas.io, Nebulas. Nebulas is an incentive-based, self-evolving blockchain system with a decentralized platform which provides a search framework for all blockchains. Founded in 2017, the Singapore-based Nebulas.io Foundation's project highlights include a search engine and upgradable smart contract capabilities, things not currently feasible on Ethereum. Many in the crypto community are referring to Nebulas as the new Google. While two are similar in a sense, they hold different use cases. Google is intended for day-to-day internet information searches, while Nebulas focus on searches among decentralized application (DApps), smart contracts, and user blockchain assets. As of now, the Nebulas token is an ERC20 token. However, when the mainnet launches in March, well, it must have already launched now, this is an older article, NAS will switch over from the Ethereum blockchain to the distinct Nebulas chain. According to its white paper, Nebulas' mission is to lead us to a better life with a higher level of freedom and equality. The team hopes that its blockchain technology will help facilitate the turning of public data into private data, eliminating the chances of large corporations like Google, Amazon, and Facebook from analyzing and profiting from the said data. And one NAS, which is the token for Nebulas, is worth $6.71 AUD, so It must be already doing quite well to be worth over
Yeah,
$6, where a lot of the coins we talk about in the last few weeks have been worth 1 cent or 10 cents.
I mean, it's been launched for a month, and it's so it's not too. Although I don't know what its launch price was because that can play. I mean, it
That
still may
was
have been
the conversion from ERC20 Ethereum token to the NAS token. It was launched in February last year.
Yeah, that's. I mean, what was the token launched at though originally?
Yeah, it
Like,
would be interesting, like the ICO value.
yeah, because if the token might have been $20, and it's slightly
That'd be
dropped
worse. I hope not.
If it's worth $1, it's great. If it was worth $20, not so much. So
No.
you do. The current value is a little. You got to be a little careful with that, but no, it's a good idea. Like as I said, it's obviously not doing too bad for it to still have value. And I checked, and it had actually was still green.
Yeah, and the website says 35,000 daily transactions and 6,000 plus DApps. So it's definitely got a lot to search for, and it's got a real world use.
Exactly. And that's one thing too about. I'll go back to Mind again.
Yep.
Same thing. Like it's Minds.com. It's the same sort of deal. It's you earn crypto by doing what you're doing anyway. You're simply liking, sharing, commenting, whatever, creating posts, whatever you're doing. You're doing that anyway.
Yep.
So you might as well earn currency for it. Plus the fact Minds itself is decentralized, therefore it can't be censored in the same way Facebook has been. But yeah, you're earning cryptocurrency just by doing the stuff you're normally doing, and
you don't have to worry about bots submitting your video as copyright.
No, that's right, because they don't adhere to copyright legislations because it's decentralized. It's not under any jurisdiction.
Which is good for video people because even we had was it our Minecraft show, and we had videos with music in the background very, very quietly. One was a public domain one, and then I got a friend of mine to write one himself, and they got flagged as possible copyright violations. You're like, come on, this is public domain. You can't say that it's been copyright. I don't know who came up with that. And then, if my friend has written it from scratch and played it on his synthesizer, then you also can't do that. But YouTube's just like, someone said it was theirs, so we're going to block you from any monetization until you prove that it's not.
That's right.
And it's not a good way to go.
No, and that's the thing with mine. It's like, okay, they've only at the moment, the only thing that they're missing out is the video. It's 15-minute videos at the moment, or you've got to host it somewhere else and post it up, which you can also do if you've got a server space. But yeah, I mean, the way I look at it, you're doing stuff on a daily basis anyway. You might as well earn crypto just for the fact that you're doing what you would normally do. Yeah. It also means when we publish our show, I'll put our show up there because I've earned enough coins during the week. I've got enough tokens to do it. I basically boost the post, and we get 1,000 views or so on the show,
or 15 on YouTube.
Yeah. So it's definitely worth checking out as well if you want a break from YouTube and all the garbage that goes on there.
People who are engaged go in the videos and stuff they're watching go to Minds, and people who are for cat videos and Minecraft videos go to YouTube.
Yeah, as I said, unfortunately, until Minds get their video part of it sorted,
hosting, yeah,
they're still going to be lacking there. But the rest of it's definitely worth checking out. There's so much information available so easily, so at your fingertips. Like, it's all fully searchable, and it's great. It's a lot of fun. It's also a lot of fun to use. It's so fast and snappy and speedy, and there's no ads.
Yep.
So it's definitely worth the effort. Just bear in mind at the moment, when you go to the top posts, there's a lot of Vietnamese posts, basically because Vietnam is effectively just booted out or effectively shut down YouTube and Facebook for Vietnamese. So they're all coming over to mine. So currently at the moment, when you first click on that and you go up into the top, there's just hundreds of posts in Vietnamese. That will balance out as it all filters through.
Yep.
It's only because that's a new thing the last couple of days, so it's going to seem a little weird when you first log in there, but that will settle down, and you can find other stuff. Simply search for it if you want to find, and if you do want to find cat videos, there's plenty of those on there as well. So
yeah.
So yes.
And don't forget to visit our website at AussieTechCrypto.com. Send us an email from the Contact Us form, or jump onto Discord to talk to us. And don't forget to like and comment. Tell us what you think of the show. Anything else you think that we should talk about that we're not covering at the moment? Something more interesting? Or if you want to know, what does something mean? What are all those green and red candlesticks? We've briefly covered those before in the past, but we'll go into something like that a bit more in depth. If that's the kind of thing that you'd be interested in, just let us know.
I might lead you off forgotten again. Let's go back and redo that.
Can do. We have a can-do attitude here because we're professionals.
I can do it once, I can do it 4 times. It doesn't make any difference.
Exactly. Thanks for watching the show, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
This show is a part of the Aussie Tech Heads podcasting network. You can listen to us at AussieTechRadio.com. We're not licensed advisors, so please don't invest your life savings in anything we say on the show. You can contact us at feedback@AussieTechCrypto.com. Visit the website AussieTechCrypto.com. Thanks for listening to Aussie Tech Crypto. Tune in each week for more fun and information.